G'day and welcome to the Box Seat. I'm Pete Anthonus. It's good to be here to preview 9 races from Belmont Park this Saturday. A quick look at the forecast. It's showers developing in 23. The rail is predominantly in the 2 metre position. It's true otherwise. And I'm expecting a good 4 track for racing. Race 1 at Belmont jumps at 11:34. It's the Westspeed Platinum Maiden over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent start of Sassational.
Lead more than a length in front, the full quid. Super Terratoa tracking home along the rail. Down the outside comes War Secrets now with its run at the 250, and Cell City breaks clear. Cell City shaken up by Noski. Boots nicely clear from the full quid. Battling away is War Secrets, but it's Cell City, the full quid coming. It's Cell City desperately ridden. The posters looming. It's going to have just enough in hand. Cell City.
Sassational comes into this race as clearly the best last start figure, and it wasn't beaten too far there behind Cell City. We saw the horse, it was bustled up to 1 out, 1 back. It kept boxing late and picked up another couple of runners there late in the piece. So I'm happy to go with this galloper. It could possibly lead this event if it jumps well. Second pick is the one in Bruce Almighty. It was scratched from Wednesday for this event. It should be able to find itself on pace as well. We saw last start, it was a little bit wayward there late, but it did make up some good late ground. Third pick is the 8, which is Tinto Bell. It's the first starter who has had some pretty consistent trials so far. It's only had one of those so far this preparation, where it was second last on a slow tempo, had to wait for a gap to appear, but when it did, it took it under its own steam. And then the 4th pick in this event is the 5 and Misquoted, who first up posted a bit of a let up, ran a decent figure there at Pinjarra down the straight. It wasn't too far off its personal best either. On top in race 1 is 6 Sassational from 1 Bruce Almighty, 8 Tinto Bell and 5 Misquoted. Race 2 at Belmont jumps at 12:09. It's the Tab Touch Betty or Bet plate over 1,400 metres, and we'll have a look at that first performance of Apache Pass.
Casa Rosada is a bombshell, runs on. Pike now sends the favourite to the lead, Western Queen. Baby Blues had made that sustained run. Is a bombshell coming right down the middle of the track. He's got out onto the crown of the course on Is a Bombshell. Is a Bombshell races up with 100 to go. Grabs the lead now from Baby Blues, Western Queen. Apache Pass running on, but Is a Bombshell is much too good. Is a Bombshell beats the new...
Apache Pass was good there on debut. It settled second last in what was a very slowly run event, but when it got clear air in the straight, it did manage to show a good turn of foot late to go through to line. In previous trials, it had shown a bit more early speed, so from gate 3, it might be able to settle a little bit closer to the speed, and with a fair few first starters, I think that race experience might come in handy here. Second pick is the 9, which is a first starter called Naughty by Nature. It's just had the one trial where it was a strain back to last. It was a bunched field in a slow tempo, and when it found itself with a bit of clear room late after being stuck in traffic, it really did attack the line well. Third pick is the 5, Flying God, who showed a lot of improvement in its most recent trial with the blinkers going on. So I think if it can bring that to race day, it should be thereabouts. And then 4th pick is the 4, Blackwater Bay, who's a well-related galloper. It's just had the one trial so far where it settled 3 back to fence. It wasn't particularly pushed, but it did find some ground late in the straight. On top in race 2 is 2, Apache Pass from 9, Naughty by Nature, 5, Flying God and 4, Blackwater Bay. Race 3 at Belmont jumps at 12:49. The Go racing for free before the footy handicap over 1,000 metres. And we'll have a look at the last start performance of Pims Royale.
Starts its chase now, into the clear, getting out underneath of Chick's Pick when they come to the 300. Pin Sun comes at Free Trade. Free Trade called upon by Yule, shakes him up now. Free Trade kicks away from Pin Sun. Stage Man running on. Don't like Pims Royale with 100 to go. Free Trade's the leader. Stage Man gunning it down though. Stage Man and Free Trade, they'll split it. They went to it. Stage Man. It's Stage Man.
Was backed early on that occasion. Pims Royale drifted late on the day and didn't necessarily run to expectations, it must be said. It jumped well. There was no real intent early and the horse sort of just floated back through the field. Copped a bit of a bump there, but then didn't offer too much late. But there obviously was a few little issues with the horse. We're not exactly sure what those are at this stage, but I'm expecting a big improvement. Mitchy Pateman's jumping back on board Pims Royale. He knows the horse well. 1,000 metres might be a small query. It's only had the one race, and that was at Pinjarra down the straight, but I'm expecting a good performance from this galloper all the same. Second pick is the 6, which is Essential Spice. It's hard to argue with what this horse has been doing. The last 6 starts now have all been good ratings. It got a perfect run there last start. It jumped well, found a perfect position, and had full momentum and was dominant late. Third pick is the 3 Glasgow Girl, who continues to run well this preparation. Now 4 starts in a row that have all been good ratings. Again, another horse that's coming off almost a perfect ride. It loomed in the straight and got there on the line. Fourth pick in this event is the 2, which is Cognac, who's had a couple of trials, but we have seen this horse run some very dogged races on speed previously, especially first up. On top in race 3 is the 1 Pims Royale from 6 Essential Spice, 3 Glasgow Girl and 2 Cognac. Race 4 at Belmont jumps at 1:29. It's Walter Harmer's 70th birthday handicap over 2,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Friar Away, last seen at Belmont.
Nakone's Boy, and they're being followed further back by Triggerfish, but Redisona is off and gone. Down to the 300, Redisona, 3 Regent Star, Wild Galah, Friar Away, Campaign starting to get home from the back of the field. The leader still by a length and a half. Gage Reed's empty with 100 to go. Down the outside, Regent Star kicking Redisona. Now Jimmy Rapid down on the inside. Redisona digs in, fights and...
Probably unlucky not to have won a race so far this preparation, Friar Away. The horse has been running in consistent form, running good ratings, and stepping up to 2,000 metres looks ideal. The last 3 starts going through the line, you'd have to suspect that the horse will take that extra distance in its stride. Last start, it had momentum, was strong late, but it was just coming from a position that was too far back and running. Gets gate 5 here, which looks ideal for this event. Second pick is the 5, which is Zarotype. Hard to knock what the horse has been doing. It angled off the fence after being 3 back on the fence. Once it found that gap, it showed a great turn of foot. It's just been slowing on the line, which is maybe just a small concern, but the horse is obviously improving with every race start. Third pick is the 14, Magic Las Vegas. There was no intent there to lead last start, so it sat 1 out, 1 back, but then went back to the inside where that was the inferior ground. So I'm prepared to forgive that race. Senior Jock is jumping back on board, and it does look well placed from the gate here. Fourth pick is the 8, which is Black Russian. We saw the horse just track into the race. It was a slowly run race, but it had all momentum and was really good over the last 200. It's another horse who does look better suited, stepping up in distance. On top in race 4 is 9, Friar Away from 5, Zarotype, 14, Magic Las Vegas and 8, Black Russian.